So now it's time to install the power supply unit. I've chosen an RM1000 from Corsair here, one of their new power supply units. I could have gone for an AX1200, but I decided not to in the end. I decided to actually just sit on the RM1000. This is one of the high efficiency, quiet ones, so when it's not under load, it's supposed to actually switch the fan off, and it's supposed to be able to run without the fan as well in certain cases. As you can see by that graph, actually. That shows you at 40% it's supposed to switch the fan on, which means that only when I'm really seriously playing games, really heavily, it will actually switch the fan on. Now, you might be wondering exactly whether or not I need 1,000 watts. Now, you see, the thing is that this PC, even though it's only powering, say, this ATX board, a 6-core H100i, GTX Titan, and 2 SSDs over here, I've still gone for the 1,000 watt. That's a personal choice, to be honest with you. A lot of people will probably turn around and say, oh, we could have gone for 600 or something. But a lot of websites I looked on to try and find the maximum wattage of the GTX Titan actually says that under high load, continuous high load, the GTX Titan can actually go up to about 500 watts. So I decided that I wanted some room to play with. So I've chosen to go for double what my graphics card has as its maximum wattage. Not only that, but yes, I have also decided to actually install my PSU next after installing the Mobo. This is because I normally, whenever I build a computer, I always put in the PSU last. And I always forget things, like the ATX connector and things, and it means that sometimes I do build a bit of a sloppy build. But this is not going to be the case. This time, I'm going to put the PSU in first, so that all the connectors are there, all tied up, all cleaned up behind the case, and all that, all ready for me. So there's not going to be any sort of, oh no, I've forgotten to connect this, or I've forgotten to connect that. Okay, so let's get over to the actual power supply. The first thing I noticed is that when I opened it, there was a huge stench. I mean, you can smell the treating, basically. You can smell it. You can smell the treating on it. Oh yeah, you can definitely smell this, for example, the power cord. But anyway, in the case, you do of course have all your wires here, and the only thing I don't like about Corsair is that their default set of wires look really pants, and yeah, I would never use them. But anyway, their PSU looks a hell of a lot better, as you can see. And not only that, but this PSU is actually quite small. It's actually very small. It's a lot smaller than their AX1200. Not only that, but it's also extremely light. I mean, extremely light. Yeah, it is extremely light. I mean, I'd say it's at least half the weight of the 1200i, which, well, I have the 1200, and that was really, really, really heavy. Very, very, very heavy PSU. And this one is, well, it's just like, well, a small paperweight in comparison. I mean, you're not exactly going to knock someone out with that thing, unlike the 1200, where you could actually use that as a weapon and probably should have been sanctioned under, you know, usable weapons. But the RM1000 is a lot lighter and a lot easier on the hands. Okay, so what else do we have? We have the standard cable ties, the standard aluminium sticker for the Corsair and all that, and some preservative. And oh yes, our manuals, of course, warranty, safety information. No one ever listens to safety information. And then marketing. I heard that keyboard is actually really bad. Not as good as other